Okay, welcome back. I've lost all the footage for senTInel Prime except for the last boss fight, so I'm gonna have to redo it. Yeah, let's start this again. I actually complete the whole level, and the only footage I have is me defeating the last boss, or the only boss in the level, so luckily it's a short mission. I've travelled through the core of Mars, arriving at the ancient city of senTInel Prime. All have sovereignty in this unholy place for now. The Great Slayer was once a warrior king in this world. Tradition grants safe passage, but the completion of your mission will come at a price. Hellpriest's grave is waiting. Okay then, so since I've already done this, there are no enemies, it's just one boss that I remember. I actually completed the whole game about 4 days ago. The thing is, I want to read these codexes, but since I already have them, I'm gonna have to look through a walkthrough probably to find out which codexes they were, because I can't remember, which is real annoying. So the first codex. The first codex was senTInel Prime, I think. Alright then. So the first codex here, the map, is there, and it's senTInel Prime. Let's have a look. senTInel Prime. Which one would it be? No, I have to look for it as well. senTInel Prime. Oh my god. There it is. senTInel Prime. The ancient arena is a holy place for the people of Argent Denor. Constructed in the earliest days of their history, this Colosseum served as a proving ground for trial by combat. Historical records indicate that the Argenta did not jail their own kind. Rather, prisoners and criminals were granted the right to earn their chance at regaining honor through victory in the arena. Those who succeeded were given a place to fight in the front lines of the senTInel army, to die in service to dnhojp. This traditional use of the arena has subsided since the simulation with the Dark Realm. The corrupted priests now allow more violent exchanges, and armed captives pitted against demons for sport. The priests of the Order Diak continue to hold undisputed power over dnhojp. Spilling the blood of the Argent Ascended class will result in the transgressor's banishment. Asylum among Argenta will be denied to any who do not adhere to the rules of engagement. So basically, senTInels, or can't remember what the race is called, Argenta. No, I don't know. But they basically just put prisoners and outsiders, and they put them in the Colosseum. And if they win the Colosseum,
we found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
He has fight in him yet.
In spite of his injuries.
Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
basically this race of people, if you win at the arena, you get sent to the front lines to die in war. So the next codex is in front of here. Obviously I don't have it. It's the History of the senTInels Part 4. Okay, let's have a look. Codex. I think the history is in here. No, it's in here. No, somewhere else. There it is. History of senTInels Part 4. This one. In the time of King Navuk, as the Argenta secured peace and safety through dimensions across time and space, the Outlander came to us. He was not of our world and spoke an ugly tongue. How he first took step upon our land was unknown. senTInel scouts had found the Outlander bloodied, clawed, and near death, mumbling of impending doom and the forces of darkness. The scent of blood followed him. The gore that stained his armor seemed not entirely his own. By Argenta law, the stranger would be judged in the Colosseum, where he would be given the chance of all who stray from the path to fight for his freedom. We knew not of this stranger. His mind seemed crippled with rage. He dressed in an attire not suited for our lands, and carried munitions of arcane origin. We watched as We watched as his will overcame his injuries, and in the blood arena he proved his worth. The Outlander's technique was crude and brutal, but the determination in his charge echoed that of any true-born sentinel. His war cry echoed through the Colosseum as did the sound of his fury, and the guards cheered his banner rip and tear. They shouted as the beast pushed beyond mortal wounds and certain death. He'll be gifted no rank, no title. The survivors in the arena were provided only one reward, the right to earn an honorable death while spreading the blessings of the Makers to those in need. The Outlander's determination was witnessed, his ravings documented, and through the word of the Order Diag, the Khan Maker had him brought before her. She set her minions to learning his tongue, for with his ugly words he spoke of lands unseen, creatures born of fire, and a dark place unknown to the Queen and her caste, yet another opportunity to expand the gift of the Makers to those in need. So, the Argenta. I think the Argenta are the race of people that are human looking, and the Makers came to them.
I offer you, O great powerful one, a sign of truce.
Makers came to them and they basically worshipped the Makers. And then they created the Colosseum, and they were a war race. Yeah, it was behind me. That's the thing of redoing these missions. The collectibles aren't here anymore for me to show you how to get. Okay, it's round here. And I'm stepping right on it, so it should be right here in the middle. And it is the history of the Sentinels. Part 5. Who would have known? Yeah, it's exactly where I'm standing. So, let me read to you Part 5. On the eve of the Black Star, the Dark Ones came from a world beneath our own, not through a ship nor ephemeral vessel, but through the fabric of dimensions. Out of swirling fiery gates came horned beasts from a timeless realm. First one, then many. Crashing waves of evil swelled from the obsidian forest of Argentian overlands. The Aurorum clans from the eastern mountains fell first to the black hordes of devils, and the city of Teleram was a slug under the weight of their charge. We sentinels rode to meet the beasts with spear in hand, the might of the holy fleet striking back at the demons. But the dark gates from whence they came gave birth still to even greater hordes. A line of blood was drawn with the fallen of both sides, and the unholy wars began as the time of darkness came upon us. So, that's that. Basically, these sentinels were invaded. So the next codex is part 6. By the looks of it. Let's continue on, shall we? And part 6.
I know of what you have left behind. Go back to it then. Leave this crusade. You cannot save them. They have asked me for this, and so I give it to them. If you let the priest live, then I will return to you what the demons took from you so long ago. You need only turn back, and it will be yours again. All the pain you carry will be gone.
Yep, that's the Khan maker. Okay, so by the looks of it, the next one is behind this grate here. And it's just here. So it is part 6. Let's read part 6. Unlike enemies of the past, we could not contain the demons emergent from the Dark Realm. Their weaponry was not conjured from machined steel, but from the essence of their very being. Dark magic not known to us. In our many conquests, had we grown overconfident, our victory serving to dull our blade. As we drank in the glory of our expanding empire, lost, we knew not of how to prevail against this foe. The Maker God stood complexed, and our engineers and priests scrambled to find the advantage in battle we so desperately needed. Unknown to the enemy, we were pushed to the brink of defeat, and our gods stood with us as we worked to find the answer. The Order of the Diag were the first to unlock the mystery of these foul creatures. The priests were able to capture several of the beasts, and set about to identify the source of their power. It was then that the essence of the Dark Realm was discovered, not wholly unlike our own. This power was the life essence that flowed through their twisted form and powered their attacks, as it could be harnessed to power their own weapons, giving the Argenta the chance to combat the demons on even footing. The priests believed that, with greater knowledge of the essence, we could discover its source and cut it off from the demons to strangle their armies from within, allowing us to regain the advantage we required for victory on the battlefield. The Khan Maker gave blessings to our majesty and directed the priests to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Scarlet Godzilla from the demonic realm, for she sought only to return balance to our universe. Proper assimilation was required as hell stood beyond her influence. After great effort, the priests discovered that more than they had ever hoped for. They learned of the true nature of the demonic energy, and how it could strengthen those skilled enough to harness its power. The energy coursing through the malformed bodies of our relentless enemy could be used to end life or to enhance it. The power to heal, to mend, immortality, knowledge and enlightened facilities beyond our understanding, with the demon's life force in the skilled hands of the sentinel priests, and under the righteous gaze of the Khan Maker, our people would not only rise to victory over the unholy horde that clawed at our walls, we would move to a higher plateau of existence, ushering in a new era of military science and industrial healing. No sentinel would grow sick. No Maker would need to suffer the transfiguration that they so feared. All would be risen. None could ever oppose our peaceful ways and threaten our world again. True balance over hell and its legions, over space and time, in this world and all others. We would dictate the order. United with the Makers, we would find peace eternal. Oh god. Sorry about that, my mic. Okay, so that is that one. I'm guessing that the next codex is number 7 now. So let's look on the map where number 7 is. Let's just go up the steps. And it should be just here, right here, where I'm standing. Number 7. The carmaker demanded a tiff of the essence, and driven by her desire, the priests submitted themselves to her will. The order of the Diag took counsel with the king, speaking only of the spoiled lands sure to be found through the cleft in creation, an opportunity to purge the new invaders from Argent-Denor. We took the war to their cursed land, pressing through the gates of wizardry. There was one among us who seemed to know the true nature of these foul demons. It was the Outlander, the stranger who had come to us from places unknown. He who survived in the front lines for far longer than any sentinel-born prisoner had before. His passion for battle against the Veldhold was evident, his lust for their destruction matching our own. Though Argent-Denor remained a foreign land to him, his fervour caught the attention of inquisitors of the Sentinel Guard, who, whispering of a suspected allegiance he had in secret with the demons. Seeing the critics, King Lovok deemed him worthy of selection. The signifiers brought a commission to our king, and it was decided that he be lifted from the common rabble. Though no arena-born prisoner had ever been granted the honour, the Night Sentinels broke tradition and deemed the Outlander worthy of training. A number of disciples grumbled and cleft at the barbarian present in their ranks, but in the war with the demons, all opportunities, even the slightest advantage, was to be considered, and as they witnessed the stranger sparred with their fall masters, they found in him an undying, unrelenting compatriot. This man was an outsider, friend to none, and yet rose each time he was thrown to the dirt of the circle, battered and bruised, his brow stained with blood. He rose with grim determination for the chance to face his enemy's armed combat once again. Time passed as the stranger was instructed in the codified matrices of their order. The ancient lessons of battle and brotherhood taught to all sentinels. He could sense the opportunity before him. Soon all of hell would feel his wrath once again. Satisfied that he would not be a detriment to their prowess, the Night Sentinels granted him his wish as they ventured through the hell gates with the stranger in tow. They knew no rest, fighting in the unnatural elements and training under the blood moon of night. The stranger suffered exhaustion, wounds, and sickness, but asked for no aid and was offered none. 3 times the Night Sentinels ventured into the gate and back, and upon every return the Slayer strode more capable than before. His gaunt looked in step with the march of the Sentinels, and disciplined and now controlled lust for demon blood ever present. The passing of the years and the innumerable battles with the devils indentured the stranger to Argenta's mightiest warriors, and no longer did they condescend to him as a new blooded conscript, for to them he had become a brother in arms forged in war, an ally and a weapon. Okay then. Ally and a weapon he was. Guess that's another way of going there. There's a monkey bar here. Apparently there is a one up there. Looks like I have to go around.
I pity the humans. I do. Theirs is a hard road to play. But I too have a world to save. Without their souls, there can be no hell energy, and the Argent will cease to flow. I cannot allow this to happen. You will not stand in the way of Erdak's progress. This is how it has always been done. It is not for you to deny us our chance at prosperity.
So basically she just wants to sacrifice the human race so that she may live, her and her race, immortal as they are, they still degrade over time. Well, here's the auto map. And the next codex is around this corner. I'm standing in it, it would seem. So this codex here is number 8. Okay, so as we warred with the beasts, the Agenta Society grew under the watchful eye of the Makers and through the endless power of the Essence. While our generals were consumed with the unholy war, our culture was marked by a beautiful potion the enemy had provided us. Sweet Exceller. It brought us immeasurable capacity and empowered us to reach further into dimensions once thought to be beyond our grasp. Under the direction of our Maker Gods, the engineering of our High Priests, our weapons blasted, our war machines stormed. The throngs of the populace drank deeply from the well of energy unveiled by the priests, but we of the Night Sentinels took no part in their abundance. Some among us whispered accursions and warnings against this manner of progress, but they were quelled, as it was not our role to dictate the future of our people, only to defend it. Indeed. So there is more stuff. Down to the left. How do I get there? Can't even remember. So, there's a token right here. And a 1-up. 1-up and a token. can't remember how to get there because my footage was deleted. See if you hole there, which there isn't, so it means it's the other side. Maybe. But when you go round, there's nothing here. Interesting. Yeah, it says there should be a way to get up here. But there isn't. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Way to... The map shows there's a ledge. I don't see one. It's just a one up. I kinda wanna get it. Oh, maybe I have to push this. Yeah, I had to push it. There we go, one up. Okay then, so onto here is 3 more codexes. So right here, it seems. The next History of the Sentinels, Part 9. Let's have a look. As the Black Star ascended to its zenith, King Navuk sat relentless in his throne. As a howling darkness began to assemble just beyond the mountain rise to the east, the blight came upon us in droves, flooding forth from the Hellgate with merciless fury. They brought with them a monstrous titan, the Dreadnought, a beast to rival the stature and the menace of even the mightiest ancestral. The grotesque giant laid waste to all before him, crushing all in his path. This was a total demonic assault, striking at the heart of Argent Denor. As never before, how was it that the behemoth could pass through the demonic gate without warning? We would never know, though the Night Sentinels believed treason was at play. Caught off guard, the Sentinels scrambled the latent defiance of the Titan and his horde, and with his coming, the holy city of Taras Nabad prepared for judgment with the onslaught of the demons amassed in the sprawling shadow of the abhorrent fiend. The city shook to its foundation. None were spared, save those that fled north. The vile swarm ransacked our temples and palaces, burning our towers and festering on the souls of our clergy. Yet the Night Sentinels rallied and held fast against the demons, though they were pushed back and corralled at the blood arena. As the dark of night descended, their swords remained potent and shredded the enemy a multitude with abandon. Amidst the unyielding ranks of the Sentinels, when all other apprentices has fallen in battle, stood the Outlander. Rip and tear, he roared, ferocious in battle. The remaining conscripts in the arena stood in awe as they witnessed the beast who had once raged within their very cells, now armoured alongside the soldiers of his sentinel brethren. He had risen where none other had before, the true Bond Sentinel fighter, the very best among them. But though the swarm fell before their assault, the Titan remained invincible, for none could tame the behemoth alone. In the hours before dawn, the sentinels weathered the relentless assault. The Outlander held his ground at the foot of the great wall, in the northern bend of the castle. Seeing his unending vigour, Samba, Councillor of the Mother God, hurried the Outlander away under the veil of secrecy and, for reason unknown, submitted him to the right untold. This was heresy, for Samir received no consent from the Khanmaker, nor did he receive her counsel. In the chapel of purity, the Outlander submitted himself to the divine machine. There, Samir Maker, the Seraphim, known to us only as the added to the Mother God, blessed the Khanmaker, the Outlander, with fierce speed and power to match his will. It was the method by which the transfusion took place that was the most uncertain to us, for we were of the knowledge that the Maker device bestowed onto the Agenta so many generations ago was to be used by the priests only to find the impurity among us. How could it be that the device that was meant to cull the sentinel breed of its contaminants could then be used to purify the Outlander's body, and give rise to the one who would lead us into battle henceforth? What rose from the holy coffin on that fateful day was not the impure abomination the Covenant warned us of. The hero within would come to be known as the Great Slayer, the Time Walker, the warrior Khan whose fire sword would blaze forth a path for the just and cut through the demonic horde with a vengeance that only God King could summon. He arose unbroken by the ritual, his eyes burning with Maker magic. He took the crucible in his hand, and wraith fire leapt forth from the blade, as only it will when held by a true sentinel warrior king. In our darkest hour, the Slayer had been chosen. Defying tradition, our most sacred laws, and the will of the great Khan herself, a stranger to our lands had been blessed with celestial might. As I said before, I'm not really sure if it's a good thing that the Doomslayer was given magic. It just feels wrong. I don't know. This is what I said when I was playing it, but
I cannot stand by and watch as you put our future at risk. Earth will be consumed, and the energy will continue to flow. It is your people's survival against mine.
yeah, I'm not really sure about that. It's actually behind me. Looks like it's behind me. Yeah, it's right here. And it's Diagrav. So let's read that. Diagrav. There it is. Diagrav remains the most powerful of the Hell Priests among the people of Argent, frequently visiting his ancient homeworld to lord over the populace. Arrogant and pompous, Grave calls for blood sport in the arena to entertain the fallen citizens of the Sentinel Prime. Since the demonic invasion of Earth began, he has operated on the planet's surface along with his fellow Hell Priests to direct Hell's forces, but after the deaths of Diagnilox and Diagrenrock, he has fled to the safety of the arena. It was Diagrav who facilitated the torment and eventual betrayal of Sentinel Commander Valen, taking the keys to the Sepulchre of Elements and opening the vault of the sleeping wraiths. The ancient creatures were abducted, transported to Hell, and tortured to siphon away their power. He used the heart of Valen's son to animate the icon of sin, a titan still spoken of in legend throughout Argent D'Nor. Oh, so it was him who used the betrayer's son to resurrect the icon of sin. As you can see, they have prisoners. And right here. So let me try to get in the exact spot. Right here. Here's the gladiator. Let's have a look at the gladiator. Okay, let's look at the gladiator. Oh, it's just right here. In the years following the end of the Golden Age, competing factions of Argent D'Nor turned against one another. An insidious influence had beset itself upon the Sentinel people, corrupting its once held secret traditions. The Colosseum, once a place of honourable combat where prisoners of the Argenta were tested for the right to fight in the front lines of their army, has since become a place of blood sport. In violation of Sentinel law, the priests have encaged their demon there. A merciless executioner used to enact judgment of their own decree, the gladiator, wielding an accursed shield with it, which entombs the tormented soul of his undying master, remains undefeated in battle, infamous for the many lives he has claimed. So this is where my old footage got deleted. So after this cutscene here, I'll go back to my old footage.
You'll make a fine addition to the front lines, stranger.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!
Dress his wounds and bring him to us. I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace. If sentinel holy blood is spilled on these grounds, you will lose all sovereignty here. will be consumed, regardless of what...
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
Party kills on heavy. Demons will now instantly charge a blood punch. Oh my god, my heart was pounding so much. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.